I've held on to my silence for so long, thinking that maybe things would change on their own. But now, every unsaid word feels like a weight on my chest, and I can't carry it anymore. It's time you knew the truth. I've been hiding my real thoughts and feelings, hoping to protect us both from the truth. But the longer I stay silent, the more I realize that honesty is the only way forward, no matter how painful it may be. For too long, I kept things bottled up, afraid of the consequences. But the truth has been clawing its way out, and now I can't hold it back any longer. You deserve to know everything, even if it changes everything between us. I thought silence would protect you, would shield you from the storm brewing inside me. But I can't stay quiet any longer. The truth is, I've been living a lie, and it's time to set us both free from it. There's a part of me you haven't seen, a side of my heart I've kept hidden because I wasn't ready to face the consequences. But I can't keep lying to myself, and I can't keep lying to you. It's time you knew the truth. I stayed quiet because I thought it would be easier. Easier for me, easier for you. But the truth is, my silence has only caused more damage, and now it's time to face the consequences of what I have been hiding. Every time I tried to speak, fear silenced me. I was afraid of what the truth might do to us. But now I realize that the silence is what's been hurting us all along. You deserve the truth, and I owe it to myself to finally tell you. I've been carrying this secret for so long, I almost convinced myself it didn't matter. But it does. Every day, it eats away at me, and I can't hold it in anymore. You need to know the truth, and I need to set myself free. Silence felt like safety, but now it feels like a prison. I've been quiet for too long, holding on to thoughts and feelings that I should have shared with you from the start. It's time you knew everything. I've been standing at the edge of a truth I didn't want to face, hoping if I stayed silent long enough, it would disappear. But the truth doesn't fade, and now it's time to let it out, no matter how much it might change between us. I thought if I kept quiet, I could protect our connection, but all I've done is build walls between us. Now, I realize that the only way forward is to tear those walls down with the truth I've been holding inside. I've been biting my tongue, holding back the words that could change everything between us. But now, those words are pressing against my heart, begging to be released. You deserve to know the truth, and I can't stay silent anymore. I've been silent not because I didn't have anything to say, but because I was terrified of what the truth might do. But my silence has only hurt us more, and it's time you knew what's been hidden in my heart. There's a storm of emotions I've been keeping inside, thinking silence would save us from the damage. But now I see that the silence has only made things worse. It's time to let it all out and show you what I've been hiding. I stayed quiet because I didn't want to burden you with my truth. But now I realize that the weight of my silence is too heavy for us both. It's time to share everything I've been too afraid to say. For too long, I thought keeping quiet would protect us. But the longer I held on to my silence, the more I felt us slipping away. It's time to face the truth. I've been avoiding and hope it brings us closer instead of tearing us apart. I've been keeping a part of myself from you, thinking that by doing so, I was sparing us both from heartache. But now I realize that hiding the truth was the real betrayal. It's time you knew the whole story. Every day that passed in silence was another day I lost a piece of myself. I can't keep pretending that everything's fine, and I can't keep you in the dark. It's time you knew the truth, even if it hurts. I thought staying quiet was the best way to avoid conflict. But now I see that the real conflict has been inside me all along. It's time to open up and tell you what I've been too scared to say. There's a truth I've been holding back, one that I thought would break us. But I can't stay quiet any longer because staying silent is breaking me. You need to know, and I need to let it out. I've kept these thoughts locked away, hoping they would fade, but they haven't, and the silence between us has only grown louder. It's time to speak up and tell you what I have been keeping from you for so long. I've been quiet for too long, afraid of what the truth would bring. But now I realize that silence has been our real enemy. It's time to face the truth head on and see where it leads us. I thought if I stayed quiet, I could keep the peace. But now I see that silence has only caused more pain. It's time to speak my truth, even if it changes everything. I've been hiding behind silence, thinking it would keep us safe from the truth. But now I realize that silence has only caused more harm. It's time to reveal everything I've been holding back. Every unspoken word has built a wall between us, and I can't bear to hide behind it any longer. It's time to tear down the walls with the truth, no matter how difficult it might be. For so long, I've been afraid of what the truth might do to us, so I kept it to myself. But the longer I hold on to it, the more I realize that the silence is worse than the truth ever could be. I've been silent, not because I didn't want to speak, but because I didn't know how to tell you the truth. Now, I realize that it's more important than ever for you to know what's been on my mind. I thought staying quiet would keep us from the storm, but the truth is, the storm has already been raging inside me. It's time to open up and share everything I've been hiding. I've been holding onto this secret for so long that it's become a part of me. But now I realize that the only way to heal is to let it go and share the truth with you, no matter how hard it may be. I thought that by keeping quiet, I was protecting us both from the truth. But now I see that the only way to move forward is to be honest, even if it's painful. For too long, I've been hiding behind my silence, hoping that things would just fall into place, but they haven't. And now it's time for you to know what's really been going in my heart. I've been keeping this part of myself from you because I was afraid of what it might mean for us. But I can't stay quiet anymore. You deserve to know the truth, and I owe it to myself to finally speak it. I stayed quiet because I thought it was the best way to avoid conflict. But now I see that avoiding the truth has only caused more tension. It's time for me to speak up and be honest with you. There's been something I've wanted to tell you for so long, but fear kept me from speaking. Now I realize that keeping quiet has only hurt us both. It's time to let you in on what I've been hiding. I thought silence was the best way to protect us, but I've realized that the truth is the only way to heal the distance between us. It's time you knew everything I've been holding back. I've been living with this secret for so long, it's become a shadow over our relationship. But I can't keep living in the shadows. It's time for the truth to come to light. I thought if I stayed quiet, I could protect us from the fallout of the truth. But now I see that silence has only built a barrier between us. It's time to break that barrier and be honest. I've been carrying this secret like a weight on my shoulders, and I can't bear it any longer. It's time you knew what I've been keeping inside, even if it changes everything. Silence felt like safety, but now I see that it was only a temporary refuge. The truth is waiting, and it's time I let you know what's been on my mind for so long. I thought keeping quiet would keep things simple, but the truth is, it's only made things more complicated. It's time to speak up and share everything I've been holding back. I've been holding onto this truth for so long trying to protect us from its impact. But now I realize that keeping it inside has only caused more pain. It's time you knew the whole story. I stayed quiet because I thought it was the right thing to do. But now I see that silence has only caused more confusion. It's time for clarity, and that starts with telling you the truth.